Praise. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Light these candles up. Make this incense. Oh. Shalom, Israel. All praises, guys. See you people up in the building. See you, Don, that stepped up in the building. Glad to see you here. The class is finish off today's Romans chapter 11, which is a good chapter because they like to go there a lot. So I want to clear a lot of this stuff up, break it down. And yes, I have a lot of scriptures, man. Sometimes I know everybody on this microwave thing, man, and they want to just quick and simple. But man, sometimes you just got to go deep into the Bible to get an understanding of what it's talking about. Otherwise, like Christians do, if they do decide to read something, they just say a little bit of it and they gone off of it. Just and take it for granted. Take it for what it says without even getting an understanding of it. They don't care about an understanding. They just care about making their point and the way they want to believe. But all praises, man. Glad to see you. It was Unfiltered Sister up in the building. But man, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We started off last time on we started off with we stopped at verse 9 and verse 10. I'm just gonna read that again and then we'll go into the other verses. I guess I have nobody on the screen to read for me, but oh well, I can read it myself. Let's read Romans chapter 11 and we'll start at 9 and 10. Just read those over, recap a little bit where we stopped, and then we'll continue on from there and go on. Let's see, I'll praise Garland, S. Younger, Unfiltered Sister, Don Israel, all praise to you. Thanks for watching the class, man. Make sure y'all push that like button, man, and share the video, man. Get some people on here so they can get this understanding of what this means when they talk about grafted in, because we're going to get into that today, too. So my wife just checked in, all praises. We'll get into that today, too. So I'm going to read 9 and then 10, and we'll go into the lesson from there, from where we stopped at. And I think we said, and it says, Romans chapter 11, verse 9. And David said, let the table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow them their back always. And a lot of times, like I said, a lot of times people can't understand this because they cannot see it. No matter how much you explain it to them, no matter which way you present it to them, they cannot see it. And see, even when he gives this thing over to the Gentiles, which are the children of Israel, the other, the northern kingdom, then guess what? He's going to take the veil off their faces so they will be able to see it. And we'll get into that a little bit today. And that's what we finished off last time by talking about how a lot of times the people just can't see, even when you bring the scriptures, it's that they blind. No matter how you get it, the Most High God got them blind. You cannot make a blind person see, no matter what. That's something you can't do. Although you be looking and doing this stuff, and like his eyes are open. How come he can't see? Shoot, he can't see. I don't know how to be blind, but I don't want to be. That's just something I just don't want to be physically, and dang sure don't want to be that spiritually, man. I'm glad he did, because we were blind at one time. I remember I was hearing some stuff like that, but just wasn't seeing. Because we was blind in Christianity, blind in black power. We were blind in in Islam and Hindu and Buddhist and spiritual and crystals and all other stuff that we were in. Our own mind, we were blind. We just couldn't see it. We had no clue the Bible was saying it, even though some of these scriptures that you heard them in church. Some of the churches, they came up with these scriptures. Some of the songs were named out of the scriptures. You heard them, but nobody understood. A lot of people were blind to it. So that's what's happening right here with 10. So now we're going to get into where we started going into the grafting part right here. And that's starting at verse 11. And it says, I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid. But rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles for to provoke them to jealousy. Now, what other Gentiles failed? What other Gentiles failed? None of them was even up there. Other nations was never there to fall. So the only Gentiles this could be talking about are the Gentiles who failed, which were the northern kingdom. And some of the southern kingdom who through the Greek captivity went away from their nationality. Because it was lawful. So after so many years, you got 100 years passing by, and from generation to generation, you can't even pronounce yourself as to be a Jew. You can't practice none of those stuff. So you just start practicing the things of the places that you can be. Like America, you just practice those things of America. Well, we practice those things of the Greeks. And took in some of the Romans practices. And other places that we were scattered. We took in all of those things. Instead of us, our own nationality, our own heritage. Let me read that again. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid. But rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentile, for to provoke them to jealousy. And a lot of times when we look at those things, even when you look at it in the other sense of the Gentiles provoking us into jealousy, they did provoke us into jealousy. Because you look around and you see that they getting all these things and they prospering and they just having a great time, living deliciously. And you're like, man, hold on, I thought we were the children of God. That'll get you back on your P's and Q's. Meaning you need to get back on your hustle and do these laws, statutes, and commandments that God commanded us to do. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 6. Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 6. All right, Berka, I got you. I'm going to put that link in the chat. There you go up. There you go up. The link is in the chat, baby. Click it when you can. So then, what I say, 45 and verse 6? Okay. And it reads, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I form the light, I create the darkness. I make peace, I create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Drop down, ye heavens from above, and let the skies. Let me go ahead and get you in here right quick. All praise. You hear me?
Yeah. I hear you.
Go to Isaiah 42, and we'll just start at 6 again.
Con. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 6. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles,
For what?
for a light of the Gentiles.
He said, behold, my servant, God, we are God's servants, whom I behold, my elect, in whom my soul delighted. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. To the Gentiles. Read.
Verse 7.
I'm sorry, I read the wrong one. Go ahead.
What
Read
what
6
you want?
again.
What you want? Verse 6.
I read one, but that was talking about the Gentiles too. Go ahead.
Con. All right, verse 6 from the top. It reads, I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and to them that sit in darkness out of the prison house.
And that's another thing, because one thing, the Gentiles, the northern kingdom, had no clue that they were going to be able to get back with God. They fell off from God. They knew they fell off from God, and they was blind to see the things that was coming out of the. Remember the synagogues that was in the churches was only for the Jews coming in. They didn't have contact with the Jews and had conversation. It was an unusual thing for that to happen. That's why when Peter did it and when Yahushua did it, everybody questioned, "Hey, what you doing?" It was something strange. Go ahead.
Con. Verse 8. I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
And he said, he said he wasn't going to give it to them graven images. Meaning, hey, y'all got to get them images up. Because this thing that he's bringing back, and these people that he's bringing back, are the ones that did what? What did they fall off for? You can tell them, Barakai, what did they fall off of?
Idolatry.
Idolatry. They
That's right.
made many graven images. They made them in Israel.
That's right.
And he's like, man, I'm gonna bring it back, but y'all gotta give them things up.
Right.
Like he said, these people, these Gentiles he's speaking of, right now is going, I'm gonna show you it's going back and forth. Is using not only the northern kingdom, but it's also going to be using the other nations like that to bring us into jealousy. I'm going to show you in Ezra that he used them also, and that's the same way. Think about it. Our people, man, if the Hispanics stood up right now and start keeping these commandments and coming on these streets with us out here, and the Puerto Ricans and them Haitians and those people that are scattered out the four corners, I bet you American Negroes will start coming out then.
That's right.
Because you're going to be jealous. I ain't going to get left behind because they doing it. Ooh, that's why some of you get mad when you see Hispanics out there. Right. Because you upset because the northern kingdom is beginning to do it, and now you want to do it because it's bringing you back into salvation because of the jealousy you got towards your brother. Right. So the Most High using them to provoke us back to coming back to him. That's right. That's crazy because a lot of times it's the same thing when we on the street. Sometimes y'all don't even understand some of the things that we got to do to even get our people attention. You got to provoke them sometime to anger just to get them to come over here and talk to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm saying it's just crazy how all the other nations, I mean, and I've seen this with many camps, man, all the other nations, they come up fast just to hear, but our people, they just walk on by, man. They don't even care, man. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta thump them across the head, slap them a little bit, right? In order not just to get them to come and do a commandment, just to get them to stop and listen. Exactly. Exactly. They act like they don't even see us out there. Everybody get off the train, they be on the train, eyeballs big at us. Ooh, right. Our people be like, they don't even see us at all. They walk by like they ignore, like we just don't even exist out there. That's right. Jump down to verse 13. Verse 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man,
He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies.
He shall do a lot of things. Cry, yell, roar. That's what we be doing. And he said he shall prevail against his enemies. And a lot of times we out there got to go against our enemies just to get to our people.
That's right.
We got to roar, cry, yell, deal with our enemies just to get to our people.
That's right.
And that's crazy, man. That's why I said this Bible is amazing. It's amazing. Let's go to Deuteronomy 32.
Come on.
And we're going to start at 21.
32 and 21. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse number 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God.
Which is what?
Which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people.
Which ain't. He said, I will move. Since we made God jealous, he gonna make us jealous.
That's right.
We provoked him to jealousy. So he said, I'm gonna make you jealous with a people that's not even a people.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right. And like you can see like the Lord doing that all throughout the scriptures. If you just look at our captivities, how the Lord used the other nations too. You see what I'm saying? You know. So I mean, even right now, you got the so-called Jewish man in Ireland acting like they're us, which makes me jealous, man.
And it does, that's why he tell a woman not to have jealousy.
Right.
Because you don't need that in your household.
Right.
Thing. But a man be jealous because jealousy bring on a protection too.
That's right.
Like a lot of time when you jealous as a husband, you finna at what? You don't touch that this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what brings that protection for a man and his family. Because you can't just talk to his daughter like that.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that he has in a man for it. So when he's showing you, and then not only that, we look around, you be like, man, God dang it, man. Every time you turn around, bro, no matter what they do, man, they be living deliciously. They get off all the time. You be like,
right.
They gotta give him a chair. No, they gave him probation. You be like, what? And so you like, man, hold on.
That's right.
And you going into jealousy. And I'm gonna show you something else too. Finish that up. Keep going.
Okay. Verse number 22. 4. Hey man, can you hear me out?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Verse 22, because somebody just called my phone. All right, I just put it on mute. Verse 22. For a fire is kindled in my anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. Verse number 23. I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spend mine arrows upon them. They shall be burnt with hunger and devour with burning heat and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them with a poison of serpents of the dust. The sword.
Hold on. I read sometimes when I do my lessons, and you get it just keep getting better and better and better. So next thing I look down, I'll be like, from 21 to 30, you'd be like, man, I ain't need to go that
right.
far. But I want to make this other point though. Let's go to 2nd Ezra in verse 3, and I'm gonna show you how Ezra was jealous and mad of this thing that like the Most High said, he sent his jealousy upon us with other nations.
And
we're gonna start at chapter 3 and verse 28.
Okay, 2nd Ezra 3 and 28. Right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm almost there. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 3 and verse number 28. Are their deeds then are better than inhabit Babylon, that they should therefore have the dominion over Zion?
And then there's Ezra saying, hold on. Are they deeds better than what we did?
Right.
They ain't
4.
doing nothing.
Con.
But sinning and they getting all his blessings. This is what Ezra's looking at. Wait a minute, what? Now go ahead.
4. When I came thither and have seen impurities without number, and my soul saw many evildoers in the 13th year. So
said, go ahead.
Salakia, in the 30th year, so that my heart failed me.
He said, man, for I came thither and I see impotence without number, and that my soul saw many evildoers. Like, God dang, let these niggas prosper like a mug. That mug over there messing with a man and all this stuff. But look, they got a big old mansion that they doing it in. They got all this stuff. They looking good and doing it, and they doing nothing but sinning. Right. This is what Ezra is saying. He's like, man, hold on. So Ezra's getting jealous. Say, man, right. All the stuff we were doing for you, we were doing this and we doing that. You know, why they get to do this and they get to sin? Go ahead. Con,
verse 30. For I have seen how thou sufferest them sinning, and has spared wicked doers, and has destroyed thy people, and has preserved thy enemies, and has not signified it.
I want to go back. I was trying to get you to hold on in the point.
Yeah, my bad. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you. Ever since somebody called my phone, so like the volume is like very, very low. So look, I'm gonna like sign out and then sign back in. All right.
Okay. All
right, man. Put the link in the chat.
All right, I will do.
All right.
If y'all can just hold on for a second and let me do this right quick. Yeah, sign out. There you go, Op. Y'all cold, man. Where you been, man? There you go. I wanted to finish this out. I can go ahead and finish it out. There he is right there.
Yeah,
huh?
Where we at?
Does it sound better now?
Yeah, con.
Yeah, you might have to turn it down some.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. What's name? Because I can hear the echo.
Yeah, man, mine down now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, con.
Okay. All right, now let's go. Where'd you stop at?
All right, we was on second Ezra, but we was at Deuteronomy 32, though, right?
Yeah, let's start. Second Ezra chapter 3.
Okay, yeah. Second Ezra chapter 3, and we stopped. We last read verse 30.
Verse 30, yeah. Read 30 again.
Okay, con. This is the book of Second Ezra chapter 3, and verse number 30. For I have seen how thou sufferest them sinning, and has spared wicked doers, and has destroyed thy people, and has preserved thine enemies, and has not signified.
He said, I've seen how you sparing these wicked doers, destroyed our people. Wait a minute, what's going on? What's going on? How they getting away with it? We can't get away. So the Most High is bringing a nation against us that'll bring us to jealousy.
Right.
To where we like, man, hold on. We need to get back to doing God's work, because they can look what all they getting. And think about it, we never even seen these great things that these people got that we just have, because they got so much greatness we can't even get in the places they can go to.
Right.
We can't see the things that they see. See, when you got that kind of money, it's some places that the billionaires got a place they can go that the millionaires can't get into.
Right. I was just thinking about that, man. They got these private islands out there, man. You won't even see these things on advertisements, man. These things are exclusive, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
They got a whole lot of different things. And Ezra's looking around and saying, "Say, man, hold on, man. What's going
Right.
on?" Go ahead.
Con. Verse number 31. I do not remember how this way may be left. Are they then of Babylon better than they of Zion?
He said, "Are they in Babylon better than us? Are these people in America better than us?
Mm-hmm.
We on the streets. We dance for you. We sing to you.
Right.
They don't do nothing but kick it." Go ahead.
Come verse 32. Or is there any other people that know thee besides Israel?
They don't know you. We know you. They don't even know you, man. They don't even know. You know, that sounds like some just, man, they don't even know you, man.
Right.
How you giving them that, man? They don't even know you, man. Go ahead.
Or what generation have so believed thy covenants as Jacob?
Ain't nobody even believe they in the covenant. We only one made the covenant with you. How they get all that?
That's right.
So wait a minute. Go ahead.
And yet their reward appeareth not, and their labor hath no fruit. For I have go ahead.
And yet their reward appeareth not, and their labor had no fruit. They tree is bad in the mud, man. They ain't doing nothing for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For I have gone here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flow in wealth and think not upon thy commandments, man.
And they don't care about your commandments like we do.
Man.
They don't care about them. Why they got everything though? They don't look to you like we do. We praise God about everything, but we can do the rap. I'll give all praise to God. I mean, boy, we rap the nastiest song in the world, still gonna give praise to God, boy.
That's right.
People get on that stage, they win most of the awards. They don't say nothing about God.
That's right, man.
Go ahead.
Verse 34. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and theirs also, and theirs also that dwell in the world, and so shall thy name now it, and so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel.
But in Israel, he said, man, you can put they singers on the scale and put ours on the scale, and they are doing this, and we way up here, and you'll see that hey, we the ones that love you. So he had, and I'm just showing you some jealousy. How even Ezra was jealous of what was going on with Israel, and he bringing us back. So now Ezra gonna be on his hustle. I'm gonna do if I gotta do more, then I gotta do more. But we gotta get out. Hey man, we gotta get back with the Most High, man.
That's right.
They living dang on good. I know if we doing what he say, how much more greater it'll be when we do what he tell us to do. Because he letting them do all this and you get all of this. Shoot, our reward gotta be greater. And that's what provoking us back to jealousy is, man. Let's go, huh?
Oh, nothing.
Y'all see that? You see that though? The Barakai, you see it?
Shoot, man. Like I kind of want to keep on reading a little bit.
I know. I told you, man. Believe me. Then you be wondering why I be reading 10 verses and be like, because it keep going. I have to cut it off.
I already know.
Yeah, because I'll be going, man, I keep going. But man, like I said, boy, man, like I'm telling you, this how long it'll be taking me to get out this one chapter. Because it takes you that time, sometime to study that chapter and breaking and going through more and multiple different precepts, scriptures, getting more understanding of it, which Christians have no clue to do. They might read it. I say they might read it. Not saying that they will. They might read it. But as far as precepting and trying to figure out, okay, that go with that, they will not do it. Because they want to just bring out that scripture and make it mean whatever they got their head full with. So, but we got to do it like this in order to get the understanding, because that's the thing we want. We want to understand it. If it's against what we're thinking about, then so be it. But we still want to understand that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
So let's go back to Romans in verse 12.
Con. Go back to Romans.
Yeah, Romans 11, verse
Okay,
12.
con.
Now, I didn't want
Gotcha.
to go back to Deuteronomy because I was going to actually read 32, but I would have to go somewhere else with it. And then I would went all something because I wanted to fit. It touches a lot of stuff in that Deuteronomy, which covers here too. But go ahead.
Con, this is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 12. Now, if the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much
Uh-huh.
more their fullness?
He said, now remember what it said. Remember when he was talking about all the riches that they had
Con.
and all the stuff he said, and then he's asking, now if the fall of them be the riches of the world and the diminishing of the riches of the Gentile, the diminishing of the riches of them of the riches of the Gentile, how much more their fullness? Now,
Right.
if that's what all you're gonna get from the Gentiles, that is diminishing. How much more your fullness? How much more if you come back to God's laws, statutes, commandments? Which is what I was saying earlier. You provoke the jealousy so you get on your hustle and get your grind back on to doing what the Most High God say do. Well, man, shoot. If they get all that for being wicked, how much more is it going to be for us if we do the fullness of, do all the commandments and keep them to the best of our ability? How much more is that going to be? Because if you're going to fall for the riches that they got, you're going to be in a diminishing state. Because theirs is only building up. And that's Second Maccabees chapter 6, 6 through 12. I think at 12. I love that 6 through 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where it's talking about, hey, this was done to correct us.
Right.
But he let theirs rise all the way up here. So it won't be any excuses when it's time to bust their butt.
That's right.
It's time to knock their butt down. Ain't no more room but to fall. Ain't no more room but to grind them up.
Right.
Because you get your butt corrected each and every captivity. Every time you do something wrong, your father's getting on you.
Talking about immediately.
Yeah,
right.
Let them have their fun.
Right.
That's what your dad did when your dad gave you that papaya. Hey, you sue. He don't care about what they doing right now. You finna get your butt whooped and you finna get your butt in order.
Gone.
And that's what he's doing. And then they said, when you go outside, you don't partake of what they doing. If they come messing with you, I'm gonna bust their butt.
Mm-hmm.
And he's using him as a jealousy. He's bringing us back as a jealousy. Because this is kind of hard sometimes to get in the truth. A lot of times, a lot of people don't want to get in the truth because they want the riches of the world.
Right.
They see Esau's having all this fun.
Exactly.
That's what a lot of them now. They're on a money campaign now. Got to get that bag. I'm talking about our brothers and our sisters.
Right.
It's all about trying to get this money thing now. I want money. I wouldn't mind having it. I don't want to love it. I know we need it. I'm tired of having to suffer for it. Because even when you make a little bit of money that you think is big, boy, a bill will come around and take all that.
Hey, for real, man.
I gotta go through this no matter what.
I'm telling you, every time I think I got a little extra money, man, it seems like something always come up, man.
And that's exactly what happened. Something comes right up. Let me get that money.
Right.
Money. You know,
straight
that money
up.
you ain't saying, yeah.
Hey, what's that precept? Habakkuk 1 and 4? Or Habakkuk, something like that, man. Holes in our pockets.
Yeah, you can pull it.
Yeah, man. Let me try to find it real quick, man. Try to find that one real quick. Try to find it real quick. So like it. I got both of my swords in here. Habakkuk, what is it? Is it Habakkuk? Or is it is it Haggai? Hold on. Damn. Sure, man. I probably have to come back to it.
All right, well, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll come back to it. I'll find it though for classes over with.
Nah, it's not 1 and 4. Let's
It's
go
like,
back.
okay. Where we at? We at Romans chapter 11, and we stopped at
13.
verse 13. Verse 13. For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles. I magnify mine office.
Boy, see right here, they eyes get big. They eyes get big.
Mm-hmm.
And see, they called, and black folks, what they did was, you a Gentile. And then they used this to make you feel like, but you can still get a chance, though.
Right.
Not let you know that you are the chosen people.
Exactly.
And then they try to use, we all can get in because we can get grafted in. And this is where they start going with it. So the other nations' eyes get big. Now our people's eyes get big because they don't even realize you're not the Gentile.
Exactly.
But you are a Gentile, but you are not the Gentiles.
Mm-hmm.
Because your mind state is all on them, boy. We don't care about nothing but what they get. No, what do you get? No, what they get. But you should be worried about what you get. But no, And you think that's being godly too. That's what, that's one thing they think though. They think that is being godly by caring for these other nations.
Right.
That's what they think that I'm doing a good deed by caring for these other nations. That's
right.
What the other nations program you to do.
Exactly. Because I'm gonna tell you earlier, man, I've been watching the whole. It's really bumming. Hey, man, Israel bum, man. They've been bumming schools and hospitals. I'm talking about tearing these people up.
And keep talking about that. How these other people doing some stuff.
Right.
You said 1 and 6. Benaniah. Habakkuk 1 and 6. I could have sworn I just got off of that.
Habakkuk 1 and 6.
Yeah, hold on. I must have just read down the 5 and I got that highlighted, but I got that in the whole 1 highlighted.
You talking about the precept that Benaniah brought out last class, huh? I think one of them was like in Zechariah.
That's a good one that he's reading. Read 1 and 6. I see this.
Okay. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1 and verse 6. For lo, I raise up the Chaldees and bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs.
Go ahead, read the next one.
They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves.
Of themselves, man. That's what he's raised up. These Americans and these Edomites, man. They done raise them up, and that's all they doing is tearing, boy.
That's right.
Now here we go. We want to follow right behind them.
Right.
Don't y'all know it's a price they gotta pay for all this stuff they doing?
That's right.
But y'all want to hold hands with them when they really wish they were you.
Exactly.
They pretending to be you. It's a reason they pretending to be you. It's a reason they pretending to be you.
Hey, I had put this in the group chat not too long ago. It's this video I seen. It tripped me out. I just ran across it. It's an Elamite. It's a young Elamite, right? And he doing a rap video. You can tell he over there in this country somewhere. But the chorus of the song, he's saying, "I'm a black nigga." He's speaking his language, and then the chorus, he's like, "I'm a black nigga. I'm a man." They want to be us, man. Like literally, bro.
They want to be us bad.
I'm talking about, man. That tripped me out. His chorus is talking about, "I'm a black nigga, man." They want to be us, man.
And see, that's the thing about it, man. He brought these people to come against us to bring us to jealousy, and we took it as Instead, we want to be like them.
Right.
I don't want them to have that stuff. That's the kind of jealousy. How do I got to get back to where we were like that? And that's what the Most High is bringing us to. But our people are so brainwashed that, they right in the same place that Esau wanted us to be. That's how he trained us. And he looking around and watching, saying, man, hold on. That one didn't get programmed right.
Right.
That one is not programmed right. And they look at us when they say, who unplugged them? You know what I'm saying? Who unplugged them?
Right.
And that's how they look at us sometimes. Let's go back.
What we're going back to Romans?
Yes, Romans, please.
Okay, Romans chapter 11, and we're starting at verse number 14. It reads, if by any means
hold on.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 10 and 1. Because read first, let's do this before we go there. Read 13 again.
Okay, book of Romans chapter 11 and verse 13. For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify mine office.
He said, now let's go to 1 Corinthians 10 and 1.
Okay.
They refuse it. They just don't want to get it. They don't want to see it. They don't want it. They ignore these words. They ignore it. And this is their King Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Misha, all praises, Lamar. See, that's what they said. That's Haggai 1 and 4 he was talking about.
Oh, it's Haggai. It's Haggai 1. I knew it was 1. Yeah, it was Haggai 1 and 4. That's what it is. Okay.
No, but that was good. But I had that what's the name back in 1 and 6. I needed that was pretty darn good. Go ahead and
Okay. What's that? 1 Corinthians 10. What you want to start at 1?
The one, you know which one I want.
Verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that
hold on. See, that's an important word.
Right.
Ignorant means not know.
That's right. That's right.
That's all it means.
Right.
He said, man, look, brother, I don't want you to be ignorant about this situation. So if you don't want to be ignorant, that means you gotta explain to him and tell him what's going on. So read that.
Verse 1 from the top. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea.
He said, all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea. Under the cloud. And who was under the cloud? The children of Israel.
That's right, man.
Remember we had talked about that earlier, how they was in the tents and they were doing the tabernacle. They was in tabernacles with a cloud under. The cloud get them back, stopped them, and the cloud was a cautionary that let them know when to leave, when not to leave. It was a guide for them at the same time. They were under the clouds. The Most High didn't guide the world. Where are they going to guide the world if all the world is coming? That don't make no sense. Read.
Verse 2. And were all baptized under Moses and the cloud.
Read it again. You stop. Under the cloud.
So like it. Verse 1 from the top. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea. And were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
And all was listening to Moses' words under the cloud and in the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody didn't do this. So he's telling you, brother, I wouldn't even have you ignorant. Then he's explaining who these brethren are. So how can Christianity even come to the point where, like, let's ignore that part though.
Right.
And still let's make it be about these other Gentiles. No, he's telling you what Gentile. Remember, he's the father to the Gentiles. Then he's explaining the Gentiles he's talking about.
But my bad, y'all. But the problem is with Christians, they don't know the Old Testament, man, and they reject the Old Testament.
But even if they reject the Old Testament,
Uh-huh.
they have to realize it said Moses.
Right.
They know Moses and they know that story. As many times that's been on TV.
Right.
That
Right.
white dude I forgot. Now you know that dude's name. Charles Hefner. I guess I don't know. I just know the movie. I ain't never get the character like that. But you know what I'm talking about, that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That they used to put on TV every week.
Yeah.
Every week. And they know when they say it's Moses and the one that passed through the sea. These can only be Israelites that Paul is even talking to. But no. He's talking to everybody. Boy, I ain't never wrote a letter and everybody in the world was able to read it.
Con.
Even today, you can write a letter right now, and they got the internet, and everybody ain't gonna read it. Think about it. It can go viral. When it go viral, let's say 2 million people read it. That's a small percentage of the world.
Right.
When you got billions on the man, come on, man. But these people think, man, it don't make no sense. Go to 12:1.
Con. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12 and verse 1. Now, concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. Ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away.
Hold on. Let's get some of these action verbs taking place here.
Yeah.
It said, ye know that ye were Gentiles. If you're a natural Gentile, how do you become not a Gentile anymore? He said, you were Gentiles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the name of that movie, 10 Commandments. But it said, ye were Gentiles. Ye were Gentiles. I'm going to express that. Ye were Gentiles. Now read.
Con. No, ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols. Even
you stated it earlier. How did the northern kingdom
idolatry.
Mm-hmm. So what it is y'all are saying Paul is writing his letters, telling you who he's talking to, and y'all arguing with Paul and saying, no, Paul, this letter is not for those people you say it is. It's for everybody. Say it, Paul. And Paul ain't saying it. But you're going to make him say it. I bet you any kind of money. You go to that mailbox. You see a letter in that mailbox. And that letter has your next door neighbor name on it. You open it up. And it's a government check. You go cash that check, you in trouble.
Your ass is in trouble. You in trouble.
Even though the letter was in your mailbox.
Right.
I bet you can't say, hey, this is for everybody. You in trouble. Because the letter wasn't addressed to you. Even though it was in your mailbox. This letter is not addressed to everybody. It ain't even in your mailbox. The other person's mailbox. It's in the right people's hand. And y'all still gonna go and take the letter and say, it's for me too. That is crazy.
It's crazy.
Read that again. Finish that.
Con. Verse 2 from the top. 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse number 2. Know ye that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led.
That's all I need. Is you was led. Because that's all you really need, just to get the understanding of just that right there, that who he's talking to.
Right.
And this is your God Paul.
Right. Right.
Even your God Paul don't even agree with what y'all trying to say. He don't even agree with the stuff y'all trying to preach. And he your God. Let's go to Luke chapter 2.
Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna start at verse 30.
Come on. This is the book of
some of the longest he be having some of the longest chapters.
yeah. Talking about Luke.
Yes. Especially
Mm-hmm.
more. It's like some of the apocryphal chapters.
Mm-hmm. Come on. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, this is the book of Luke, chapter 2, and verse 30. For mine eyes have seen thy salvation, which thou hast prepared before the face of all people,
Mm-hmm.
a light to lighten the Gentiles, and the a light to
I
lighten the
want you to
Gentiles.
take the time on this because it says it. This here, just says start over. I'm sorry for interrupting.
You want to start at 32, or you want to start from 30?
Start at 30.
Verse 30 from the top. For mine eyes have seen thy salvation, which thou hast prepared before the face of all people, a light to lighten the Gentiles, and the glory of thy people Israel.
He said, and the glory of thy people Israel. It said, for my eyes have seen thy salvation. Now, this salvation is he's talking about salvation. And he's letting you know, yeah, all these Gentiles gonna see me die.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Gentiles, the ones who of Israel finna see me die. So they can be a witness to what's finna occur. Go ahead.
Verse number 33. And Joseph.
Which thou prepared, I'm sorry, which thou have prepared a face of all people, a light to lighten the Gentiles, the glory of thy
people Israel.
See, and that's why a lot of times they don't like to go to Yahushua himself, or in the Gospels, which they talk about the gospel. They don't even use the gospel to talk about the gospel. This is called the agnostic gospels. The first three books, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, but they don't even like to use those. They like to go to their God, Paul, which is hard to be understood. And then, but they refuse to believe what's going on in here. A light to lighten the Gentile, to show who the original Gentiles are. Not the original Gentile, to show his people Israel that are Gentiles.
Hey, you got the precept out? Go ahead. Okay, let me go ahead and bring it out real quick. This is the book of Isaiah. This is the book. Hey, everybody that's watching, y'all can. This is a great precept right there. Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 6. It reads, and if he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore. That means bring back something that I already was, man. To restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Okay, that's just one of the precepts that y'all can precept right there next to Luke chapter 2 and verse 32. That's Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 6, y'all.
I want you to read that again. I was going to hit it earlier, later on.
Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? My bad, because I know you probably had that one. My bad.
No, you good, man. Hey, bring it out.
Okay.
It's got to come out anyway. Read that again.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 49, verse 6. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob. And
it's a light thing. It's a light thing to bring up his servant Jacob. Jacob. Go ahead.
And to restore the preserved of Israel.
and to restore, like the brother just said. You can't restore nothing if you ain't never had it.
That's right.
You can't bring nothing back if you ain't never had it. You got to restore, meaning, shoot, that means it have to have been here first for me to restore it.
That's right. I will also, oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
My bad.
Go ahead.
I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be.
For a what to the Gentiles?
For a light to the Gentiles.
That light to the Gentiles. The restored people.
That's right.
He bringing them back.
That's right, man.
Don't y'all see this? Oh, well, I just remembered I pulled the scripture that some of them just blind. And it's going to say it within this. I think we did that. I think we already covered it. I'm not sure. But how they are blind. They are blind. They cannot see. I think that's what we started out today.
Mm-hmm.
They can't see. Sometimes they just can't. But all praises and thank the Most High that you can see this.
Con, man.
So when it comes to that part, all you got to do is start bringing this thing out. That's why y'all need to put down. Look, where did I go?
You talk about Luke. What you stopped at? You talking about when you was in Luke chapter 2?
You stopped at Luke.
Luke chapter 2, verse 30 through 32. And really, that precept go with Luke 2 and 32.
Yep, and that right there will be Isaiah 49 and 6.
Con.
And y'all need to put those things down.
Yes, so, y'all need to write those things in y'all Bible, man.
Because I promise you, when you're reading through Romans 11, and that's something they're gonna go to. I mean, if you're talking to any Christian and you get the minute you say that the salvation is only for Israel, they're going here. That's one of the places they're going. This is one of their strongholds on their religion. This is one of their strongholds where they can do anything they want, any wicked thing, and they can get grafted in. This is how the black man when he want to bring his white girlfriend in. This is how he do it. This is when that fun teacher, that was treated you pretty good. This is how they bring them in.
Yep.
In fact, this is how the white man say you get in.
Right. That's cold-blooded right there.
It is.
That's cold, bro.
He said, "That's how you get in." You know what I'm saying? He know he got your mind. That, hey, you're right. Gentile. You like, yeah, I'm a Gentile. Yeah. Then you read the Bible. No, I'm one of them children of Israel. No, you're a Gentile. Oh, I'm a Gentile. It's like, man, it's crazy, man. Let's go back to did we do 34?
Yeah, I think we finished Luke. I think.
Yeah. Let's go back.
Okay.
No, I don't want to go back. Let's go to Matthew 12 right quick. Let's go to Matthew 12. And what's funny, man, I have been watching other people's videos on the streets, and I done seen about just in 3 videos from different places all over the world too. I mean, all over America. And they went to this scripture. I mean, they went to Romans 11, which is why I wanted to break down on this Romans 11, because that's one of the places that they love to go. They love to go there. They love to go. Let's go to Matthew chapter 12 and verse 17.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 12 and verse number 17. That it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, "Behold, my servant, whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased. I will put my spirit upon him, and he shall show judgment to the Gentiles.
He said, behold, my servant. What's the precept for serving, Berechiah?
What's that? Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 1.
Yes. Whom I have chosen, my beloved. What's the precept for?
Baruch 3 and 36. Baruch 3 and 36. Hey, Salakia, that servant precept is Isaiah 44 and verse 1, not 45 1, 44 and verse 1. Beloved is Baruch chapter 3 and verse 36.
Through 38.
Uh-huh.
And man, listen, y'all. Listen. All the sickness, all the they want to use pronouns and proverbs, but they don't want to use them. They want to use them, but they don't want to use them. Read that again.
Hey, it's like what was it? Matthew 12 and what?
We was just at 18.
Okay, Con, yeah, I got sidetracked. This book of Matthew chapter 12 and verse 18. Behold, my servant, whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased.
Mm-hmm.
I will put my spirit upon him, and he shall shew judgment to the Gentiles.
That's Yahushua. He's going to show judgment to the Gentiles. Go ahead.
He shall not strive nor cry, neither shall any man hear his voice in the streets. A bruised reed shall he not break, and smoking flax shall he not quench, till he send forth judgment unto victory. And unto victory. And in his name shall the Gentiles trust.
And this right here is Isaiah chapter 42.
Okay.
And this is when Isaiah is speaking about Yahushua. Y'all ever notice Yahushua is always speaking about Isaiah, because he said Isaiah always talking about him. He's always speaking on him.
He is.
So when you go into Isaiah, it's always speaking on Israel. So how can we go into Isaiah and take the part about Yahushua, then forget them other people? You can't just go in there and believe part of it when all he's quoting a ton of times out of Isaiah, out of Isaiah, out of Isaiah, out of Isaiah, and we just refuse to hear it. We just, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. That's crazy, man. It's ridiculous. Keep going.
Con, verse number 22.
No, never mind. That's all I did.
Okay.
Let's say Matthew. Let's go to 10 and 5.
Con. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, and verse number 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans. Enter ye not.
Enter ye not. He said, I'm going the way of the Gentiles. And don't go that way. Enter ye not. Because he was letting them know, hey, first of all, Yahushua was speaking a lot to the southern kingdom.
All right. Exactly.
He was going to get a lot of the southern kingdom. They're going to send Paul to be the light to the what? To the Gentiles.
Gentiles, that's right.
Go ahead.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's what he's telling you, man. I'm only coming for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So if Paul continue on with Yahushua had going on, why is Paul going to jump ship and change what he's talking about doing? Paul, you going to finish out this work that I got going on. You finna go get this other nations that I got out there. I'm collecting this flock. I need you to go get these other flock, and then I'm gonna bring them all together, and they'll be one nation again.
That's right.
This is all this whole Bible is about. All this New Testament is bringing back the whole full tribe of Israel. First of all, we scattered. Then when we scattered, we divided. First of all, we was divided, then scattered. Scattered, divided. So they got to do a lot of, him being a shepherd got to do a lot of work.
Right, a lot of work.
Yes, a lot of work, because if you got people scared, if you come out in your yard and your sheep all over the place, you got work on your hands.
And then not only is your sheep all over the place, you got hard-headed ass. You got hard-headed sheep, man, and stiff-necked and rebellious sheep, man.
You got stuff chasing them further away. You know what I'm saying? Because there a wolf, he running. This one going over there. That one just scattered over there. And here you are with your staff. Stop. They gone, man. You got work to do.
That's right, man.
That's why I said the harvest plenty, but the workers are few.
That's right, man.
Collect all these people, man.
Right.
These sheep everywhere. We the shepherds now. Yes, it's hard work. Because you can be done gather two, the other one run over there, you go grab them, turn back around, them two gone again.
They're gone. Hey, just like that, all right? For real.
Yes, it's work,
Yes.
man. I can imagine him doing this. I can imagine what he's doing. Go ahead.
Con, verse number 7. And
I don't need 7. Let's go to John.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Salaki.
Con, good.
Chapter 7, verse 35.
Con. Book of St. John, chapter 7, and verse number 35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go? That he shall, Salakia, whither will he go that we should not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach?
Hold on. Slow down on that.
All right. All right. Verse 35 from the top. I'm gonna read it nice and slow, man, because I know it's a lot of it. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go that we shall not find him? Will he go into the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles?
He said, will he go where the dispersed among the Gentiles,
right,
and teach the Gentiles?
Right.
Because the children of Israel are dispersed among the Gentiles, being called Gentiles.
That's right.
Is that where he's gonna go? They know it. See, some of y'all can't even put yourselves in them times. See, I can sit right there and be right there at that time right now. So I can sit right here and be right in. See, because some of y'all never read. You didn't read books. You never use your mind to go to a place. You got movies that put you in a setting. See, sometimes when you sit and read a book puts you in that place if you really get into the book. Right. See, I can sit down and be right there, right now, in 20 AD, 20 AD. I can feel the sand in my toes right now. That's how you got to be when you in this book. I know people say my imagination be, because, man, I be going there. I literally be going there. And y'all can say what y'all want, man. So that's why, I be going there. And I be looking like, ooh, look, ooh. I mean, you get to the point where you can smell Israel at the time.
Thank you.
When you really get into it, you can feel the sand. You can feel the wind and all the dust on your face. You're like, dang, boy, give me a rag after you finish reading. You need a rag to wipe the sand up off your face.
Hey, for real. Hey, let me get a quick precept for John. Hey, y'all, everybody write this down. This is a precept. This is a precept for John chapter 7 and verse 35. I'm gonna go to Tobit chapter 13 and verse 3. Okay, it reads, confess him before the Gentiles. It says, confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he has scattered us among the Gentiles, man.
You did read that again.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 13 and verse 3. Confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he has scattered us among the Gentiles.
He scattered us among the Gentiles.
Right.
Ye children of Israel. See, but they be talking about they don't. I see why they don't want to use this. They don't want to use this because they just rip their butt apart so
Straight,
much in it.
hey,
And what's so
hey,
bad,
straight
it's only a
up.
little bitty book. It ain't like we adding a whole half a Bible up in this something, done. It's only the little bit of more writings that confirm the same thing that we already read.
That's right.
And yes, that's Tobit 13:3, y'all. If y'all
Mm-hmm.
didn't get it, write that down. And when you're in Tobit 13:3, you need to put that in there too.
Yep.
You need to put right in Tobit 13:3. You need to put
Right, John 7:35.
It's in
That's
all
right.
our books.
That's right.
Both sides. That's what y'all need to do. Because you're gonna come across these things.
That's right, man.
You're gonna come across somebody that's got this to tell you, this to talk about. I promise you, I done seen it already, and just what I know how we have to deal with it. I can see everybody else because this is the background of their religion. This is one of their strongholds. This is how they gonna get in the kingdom too. Damn what they do. Damn how they did it. They're gonna use this, and they're gonna bring Becky with them, and they're gonna bring Tom with them. They're gonna bring that old hairless dog with them. Everything they can. Oh, he's a Gentile too. They're gonna bring it all, man. With this, he's grafted in too. And then we're gonna get to it, man. I'm gonna look this up too. I'm gonna show y'all some definitions. When it comes to grafting, I looked that in, and people don't even understand the nature of grafting. We'll get there. Let's go back. Let's go to James 1:18.
All right.
James 1:1, I'm sorry.
James 1:1,
I don't even need that. I don't even need it. But you know what it is.
Yeah, I already know what it is.
To the 12
tribes. To the 12 tribes scattered abroad, man.
Yes.
Like
I said, the 13:3, John 7:35. And then when we just was in here, he's talking about, and he was like, hey, whither should he go? To the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? Isn't that not English language or something? No, Grand Prairie ain't got the best ISD up in the mother. God dang, I can understand that. God dang, man. I can understand that. Even somebody in a DISD can understand that.
Come on.
Let's go back to what's name. Let's go to back to Romans.
Romans chapter 11.
14.
Okay. This is a book of Romans chapter 11. Yeah. 13 out.
We did 13.
Okay. Yeah, we did 13. We could start at 14, I guess. Yeah. This book of Romans chapter 11 and verse number 14. If by any means I may provoke to emulation
the jealousy
that which are my flesh, and might save some of them.
Them which are my flesh.
Mm-hmm. Verse 15.
He said, okay. If by any means I may provoke to the jealousy, them which are my flesh.
Oh man, that's plain and simple.
I might save some of them.
Damn. That's plain and simple.
And like we said, when we get into this 11, the first Romans 1 and 7, Paul is writing this to Israelites that are in Rome. We proved that from the first thing. That's one thing you show them first. They always run around talk about context, but one thing I do notice, they never be in context. Even when they claim they use the precept. Because when we go get the precept, they be talking about just that. And I know a lot of our classes, we try to get straight to the point. Hit them across the head. Don't go around the clock with them. Go straight down the head with it. So we try to give you those precepts. So you ain't got to even try to explain it. Because you go get that, then find something in that you got to explain to then get you away from the topic at hand. So we like to teach, knock them across the head. Don't go around the world. Nah, they ain't gonna give you that much time. They don't give themselves that much time to study the scriptures. You think they gonna give you that much time for you to go through the scriptures?
That's right.
No. You
Hey,
gotta think that train is coming.
Right, and then as I was just gonna say, for all our new brothers that's out here teaching, hey man, we battle axes out here, man. So we straight trying to cut the head off, man. We we don't, man, we don't have a lot of time to do extensive breakdowns, man. We were out there on the streets, man. You see what I'm saying? Sure, man, just go get straight to the point, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's like that's our partners in the world, but I'm always be like, man, I don't fight no more. You be like, dang, boy, god dang, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, they go straight to the jug level. I'm fine. I ain't got time to be doing all that. I might get tired, man, and you might get a step. No, So what we just do, pull out the billy club and clout them across the head.
Just pump them right upside the head with it. That's right.
What we gonna go off through that for? You might not, kind of like I said, they don't spend enough time in the scriptures. You think they want to hear you spend a whole lot of time in the scriptures? No. I'll give it to you in these classes. I give you a lot of precepts so you can be equipped. But pick the best one you need. When you hear what you got to hear, pick the one you need, get it. Remember how Charleston White hit that ball with that thing?
Yeah.
Make him leap. Hit him right across the head. That's what we try to do in the badass.
That's right.
Make him leak.
Straight up.
Got all that time be messing with these folks, man.
Mm-hmm.
We read 14. We finished that?
Yeah, we
finished 3 and 1.
Okay, Titus 3 and 1. Con. This is the book of Titus, chapter 3 and verse 1. Put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers, to obey magistrates, to be ready to every good work. Let me read that from the top. I'm gonna just read that one more time. Verse 3. Titus chapter 3 verse 1. Put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers, to obey magistrates, to be ready to every good work, to speak.
They said, boy, I want to hold on because to obey. Oh, we gotta obey magistrate. Obey. No, he said, and to be ready to every good work. Damn what the government got going on.
Yeah, for real.
If it goes against the Most High God, I'm finna do the good work. Go ahead.
Verse 2. To speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, but gentle, showing all meekness unto all men.
Go ahead.
4. We ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another.
And that's what it comes to us sometimes, because a lot of times he's telling us to be like this towards each other. Not right. See, we like to take this. See, that's what they like to do. They look at what we're supposed to be doing with each other, and then they say, y'all supposed to do that with all of us.
That's right.
But in turn, they whooping your butt though. They knocking, they tearing you up, but at the same time, hey, they read that, get that book out, get that book out. Tell them, hey. Whoo, they pull us out.
Right.
And then they'll pull us out. For we ourselves are also, to speak evil of no man. Don't speak evil of me. You can't judge me. Let's talk about each other.
Right.
I can't speak evil of Tyrone. But Tom, the hell with Tom.
The hell with Tom. That's right.
Exactly. The hell with him. Tyrone, I gotta show some love to. Even Tyrone, wicked as hell, but he my brother though.
That's right.
For we ourselves are sometimes foolish, disobedient. Read that, verse 3.
Verse 3 from the top. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another.
That's why we
But
gotta be that way and loving towards our brother. Because I can promise you, pick one of them. One of them you. One of them is you. That's what you used to be. I got quite a few of them in that son of gun. Foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving dollars, lust and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful, and hate. Man, I got them all. I had them all. Now that I look on the list,
Son,
I had them all, boy. That's why he said, man, you got to do just how you got to look at your brother, man. Hold on. Don't trip that he act that way. But you got to give him that opportunity, man. Look, I want to. But see, sometimes our people don't even want to hear it. That's one thing I did know. I know when I was in the world, boy, if you was over there teaching something, I want to hear what you're saying. Because I like to argue, so see. If you say the right argument, man, we got a nice little thing finna go down. I'm on y'all night. But when I just love it when somebody told me the truth and I got it, I'm like, oh shoot. I know how to say I'm wrong. I did know how to say that. Go ahead.
Con, verse number 4. But after that, the kindness and love of God, our Savior, toward man appeared, not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy, he saved us by the washing.
Not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy, he saved us. Go ahead.
Con, not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy, he has saved us by the washing of regeneration and renewing of the Holy Ghost.
And he's washing us through generation after generation.
Man.
Every time you regenerated, you get washed. And here we are, the last little body. This last time, hopefully, Lord willing, that we be in this flesh and come back with these new bodies.
Right.
Through this last regeneration.
Right,
because he's been renewing us and renewing us and renewing us and washing us and cleansing us, putting us through the fire. Like I said, it don't matter if you walk in that dang on kingdom and all you is a speckle of gold, everything got burned out, but at least you got a piece of gold in you, man.
At least you got a piece of it.
I'll be a flake blowing it up. I'll be like, man, somebody blow me. That's all I am. I'm a piece of gold. I got in there.
I got in. Me, in fact, me
that blew me in there. I'm in there.
Yeah, me and obviously, Yaakov was just talking about like, man, I really want to shoot for that 144,000, but man, if I'm just the 1/3 and if I barely make it in, hey, all praise to the Most High, man. You see what I'm saying?
Even they gonna barely make it in, so man, you believe? I'm just want to get to the kingdom.
I just want to get there, right?
Not him turning my back on, his back on me.
Right.
And that's what I'm like, man. Shoot. So all that, I would love to be 144,000. But shoot, if I can be a speckle up in that mud, I'm in here. I'm in here. Stretch out I ain't got no arm, man. Cabbage patch with no arm, man. Toronto Rex that son gun. I'm in here, baby. Niggas all I got torso, but I'm in here. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm just using that as an analogy, man. But let's finish up.
Verse 6, which he shed on us abundantly through Hamashiach Yahushua our Savior, that being justified by his grace, we should be made heirs according to the hope of eternal life. This is a faithful saying, and these things I will that thou affirm constantly, that they which have believed in God might be careful to maintain good works. These things are good it's like these things are good and profitable unto men.
And
But
see, now he's telling us we got to keep these laws. And see, that's the thing about it. I'm gonna show you some other time where he's also talking to people that was already in the truth, people that knew who they were, people that was around the people that were in the truth, and we're not apart. I'm gonna show you all this. It's in here. But let's go back.
Con, verse 9. And verse 9 is a hitter because you just said like a lot. Oh, you want to go back somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay. Where you want to go to?
Back to
Romans. So
Romans, yeah. See, you be doing what I do, and I have to cut myself.
Hey, because you gotta cut. I mean, like, man, hey, because you keep reading, bro.
I know.
I just saw a precept I need to highlight, but nah, I'm gonna get it at the class though. Okay, Romans chapter 11.
I know, but listen, and that's what, like I said, the Bible gets you you be going, oh, you going here, then you going there, because you'll be reading that, like, ooh, boy, then you know the precepts over here, so you over here. Man, I do that all the time. I have to go back to my list, and I'm like, ooh, I got so far off my list. Back, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't watch that, like, ooh, that go over here. Now I'm over here reading. Now I don't read that. Now I done got something out of that. Now I'm going over here now. And now I'm like, oh, shoot, let me get back to my class. Yeah, I have to do that. Sometimes you see my sheet sometimes, it'll show so many verses because I just wanted that one. But as I read down, I was like, dang, I like that.
Gotta keep going on and on.
Too. Then you got 10 verses.
Right.
And then people can pull precepts out of all them verses. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But let's go back.
Gone. The book of Romans, chapter 11. We stopped at 15. At 15, right? Verse 15. For if the casting away of them be if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall the receiving of them be but life from the dead?
From the what?
But life from the dead.
For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall the receiving of them be but life from the dead? Reconciling of what world? Because we had to go into there. This is the same world he talking about in John 3:16, the world of Israel.
That's right.
Them back, reconciling. You have to be a part of something to be reconciled back to it. Recounted for. Like he said, what was the word you used earlier? We spoke. God dang it, we got out of another book about bringing back.
Oh, that was in. Damn, was that Tobit? What's the word? Damn, I can't think of the word. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, but it's reconciling meaning to bring back.
But right, it just means to bring back. Basically, the same thing.
To bring back. You have to been there to come back from somewhere.
In fact, that was Isaiah. That was at Isaiah. That was at Isaiah, I think 49 and I think 5 or something like that. I can't think of the word though.
Yep. That's like, man, let's say if I ain't never been to California, how can I go back there?
Exactly.
If I go there, I win. Now if I go come on and then go back, then I went back. But I have to have been there in order to go back there. Easy, simple, baby. That way.
Okay, yeah, I found it. The word was restore.
Restore, yeah.
To restore.
Reconcile,
right.
Return. See that those words they avoid. They don't want to anything. Regeneration. Anything they avoid that. They don't understand none of the re's in the Bible. What's that? What?
It was restore.
They don't understand repay neither. They don't understand
repay.
Anything with re in front of it, they don't.
Yeah, that's funny.
Reconciliation, restore, return, repay. Avoid the reads. Avoid the reads. And then when y'all get to talking to them, you're going to put all the precept with the reads in them. And they'll probably take off running, they see. So you get to hit them with reads. Restore, return, reconciliation, repay, repay. And then open your eyes when you say repay too. Make it mean something. Repay. Oh, they going to take off. Repay? Repay? Let's go out.
Come. We at Romans chapter
15. We just did 15.
Yeah, we just did 15.
Let's go to Isaiah chapter 26.
Come. He said Isaiah 26 and what?
15.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 26 and verse number 15. Thou hast increased the nation, O Lord, thou hast increased the nation. Thou art glorified. Thou hast removed it far unto all the ends of the earth.
No, you and we all the ends of the earth. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Lord, in trouble have they visited thee. They poured out a prayer when thy chastening was upon them. Like as a woman with
through thy affliction, we shall seek him early.
That's right.
He tell you when he hit you with that belt, oh God, let me get on my knees. Then you got them hands up, you facing east. Where's he? You got a compass out and everything now, boy. You making sure you hitting the east now.
Come. Verse 17. Like as a woman with child that draweth near the time of her delivery, is in pain and cried out in her pains. So we have been in thy sight, O Lord. We have been with child. We have been in pain. We have, we have as it were brought forth wind.
Mm-hmm.
We have not wrought and deliverance in the earth. Neither have the inhabitants of the world fallen. Verse 19, the dead men shall live together with my dead body. Shall they arise, awake and sing, ye that dwell in the dust, for thy dew is as the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead.
And then our people coming back. Our people that was a dead nation, that was dead to the Most High, dead to the children of Israel, to the northern kingdom, southern kingdom. They're gonna come back from the dead.
Okay.
Who can make these dry bones live?
That's right.
Who?
Ezekiel chapter 37. Nah, what's that? Ezekiel chapter 37, right?
Yeah, we don't go there yet. We got
okay. No, I ain't.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to jump ahead.
I remember that. I said, man, I'm gonna put this down there because I want to read the whole chapter on that one. But and look, I'm gonna show you something else, man, because y'all gotta watch this. This bringing us back to jealousy. Well, I'm gonna tell you what they do too. That our people get real jealous of, because they figure that Esau hard workers. Period. Esau don't go home. They don't take a lot of breaks off like a lot of us do.
All right.
So quit taking away from Esau when they're working hard to try to get the things that they got. And then they move right into your neighborhood. And then they got restaurants and stuff. Those are gifts now. Esau better not fall for the gifts they be giving too. And they start coming against Judah, thinking that they better than Judah because they got restaurants or they got those parts of land. But those are the gifts to keep us separated. So we both got to be smart about the thing. We've got to be looking at why they get stuff and we don't get stuff. And then at the same time, it doesn't matter. When them cops killing us and them jails filling up, it's both of us. The northern and the southern kingdom. So they just passing out gifts to keep one against another, bringing another to jealousy. Divide and conquer. That's how they got to keep doing it. But we're gonna get into that too. I be bringing stuff up sometime that the scriptures don't say anyway. But Let's go back to Romans,
Romans, Khan.
verse 16.
Khan. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, and verse number 16. For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy. And if the root be holy, so are the branches.
And before we even go there, we're gonna go to Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 3. But let's go to but it's gonna tell you, it said, for if the first fruits be holy, the lump is also holy. And if the root be holy, so are the branches.
Khan.
And in the root itself and the first fruit that come off of it. All of that whole thing is one holy. There's a separate thing, and it's providing great fruit. The branches that falling off of it, if that root be holy, we're gonna get in the grafter because we look. It's showing you something. It's building up to something. It's building up to something. Jeremiah 2 and 3.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 3. Israel was holiness unto the Lord, and the first fruits of his increase.
The what?
And the first fruits of his increase.
Uh-huh.
All that devour him shall offend. Hey, let me read that one more time. Let me read verse 3. Oh, I kind of slaughtered. Israel was holiness unto the Lord, and the first fruits of his increase. All that devour him shall offend.
Mm-hmm.
Even shall come upon them, saith the Lord. So like
evil shall come upon him, upon them, saith the Lord. And it's telling you, Israel is the first fruits.
Right.
Israel is the first fruits. And we're going to get also into the roots. The roots. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 40 real quick. Before See, that's what they don't like to go get. They will not go and get what these things mean. They just, and Steve, then they start just thinking about whatever they told her, they make up something in their head. Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 40.
Oh, 20 and 40. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 20 and verse number 40. For in my holy mountain and the mountain of the heights of Israel, saith the Lord God, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them.
Hold on. Read that again. All the house of who?
All the house of Israel.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, let me read that from the top, Mike. Verse 40 from the top. For in my holy mountain and the mountain of the height of Israel, saith the Lord God, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land, serve me. There will I accept them, and there will I require your offerings and the first fruits of your oblations with all your holy things.
And that's the thing about it. Not only were we the first fruit, he also told us to give up our first fruits. We always had this covenant with the Most High. That was part of our covenant. When it's talking about first fruit, it's talking about the covenant with Israel.
That's right.
The people of Israel. But we try to make this, I know y'all try to make it out to be something other than Israel. Now let's go to Isaiah 11. And this scripture in Isaiah gonna hit on a few topics of this thing.
Okay. We want to start at 1?
10.
At 10? Con.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse number 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious.
He said, hold on. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse that shall stand for an ensign of the people, to show the Gentiles, it shall the Gentiles seek, and see rest shall be glorious. Because the Gentile, And this is right here talking about this is the Gentiles where they shall seek. They're going to be looking for this sign. Because I'm going to tell you like this. Wasn't King Herod looking for this sign?
Right.
When he seen the wise men, didn't he stop them? He was a convert. Go ahead.
Con, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the
three words. Another one of these reads.
That's right.
Another one of these reads, boy, that they don't want to hear. Another read.
That's right.
Talking about these Gentiles, the ones that they shall see, because he's telling you about a prophecy that's going to be happening too. The Gentiles shall see, because the Gentiles, which is the northern kingdom at the time, he's talking about them gonna be seeking, because this is their way back to the Most High God. If I was out of there and I got a key that's coming, but I'm looking for that key. I want that key.
That's right.
I'm seeking for it.
That's right, man.
So if you look at it both ways, if you look at it, them other, yeah, they look too. But yeah, with their key ain't gonna fit. This one right here is fit our Gentiles. The Gentiles are the
That's right. That's right.
And then watch, because here's another one of them rewords.
This is the book of Isaiah 11 and 11 from the top. I'm gonna read that one from the top. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time.
Again, as he did before.
Right.
He didn't do this for no other nation but Israel. He says, set his hand again. Which means something. Read.
That's right. The second time to recover.
To
recover.
To recover.
To recover.
If I didn't never have it, if it was never mine, I can't recover it.
That's right.
Read.
To recover the remnant of his people.
The remnant of his people. Remember, it was a remnant of the northern kingdom left behind, remember?
Right.
Read.
Con, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt.
Which is the northern kingdom, which would carry captives. Go ahead.
And from Petros.
From Egypt and Petros, meaning those people that was scattered, the northern kingdom scattered. Go ahead.
And from Cush. And from Elam. And from Shinar.
From the Avens, from the Elam, from the East Indian, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, all the way up to Lebanon, all the way down, all over the world, scattered. He's giving you. Go ahead. He's going to finish it up. All everywhere.
From Hamath, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
All of them, the Caribbeans, all these little islands. We got to play. We don't even know where they at yet. So that's why we got to start growing as a people and getting our money together and sending people so we can spread this thing out. I don't get to that little bitty island with only 4 people on it. We want to get over there and teach this truth so that they can get it, so we can go home, man. So we can go home.
That's right.
That's why, man, we need a lot of people to start coming in and going to camps and getting out so we can split these groups up. We're out, Dallas, go to Fort Worth. We're out for work. Go, I don't care, to McAllen, Texas, where we need to go. Down in Bronzeville, the bottom at the border, cross the border into Mexico, going in there and teaching the truth. All the way down to Ecuador, going all the way down to the southern of Brazil, southern parts of Brazil, of South America. Going back overseas. We need to scatter ourselves where our scattered sheep are.
God.
Did I finish that? Did you finish that?
We finished verse 11, verse 12. It's a little bit more.
Yeah,
verse 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations. What?
Hold on. He shall set up an ensign for the nations.
and shall assemble the outcast of Israel.
And he shall assemble the outcast of Israel, these same Gentiles that the Gentiles going to be seeking.
That's right.
They outcast. They restored. And remember, Yahushua constantly quoted Isaiah. Constantly. So he 100% believes in what Isaiah was prophesying. So if you as a Christian and you don't go into Isaiah to see what he's been talking about, when he said Isaiah is always talking about me. He quotes Isaiah a lot. Go ahead.
Con. And gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. They envy also, it's like the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. He's talking about the two kingdoms.
That's right. That's right.
We all coming back together. So you expect that all you want to do is Christos and all that old this you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it. And all you other ones up there like a holler on Sunday, dancing, shouting, do the little thing, and you ain't gonna make it. You better come back to these law, statutes, and commandments. Y'all better start listening when these people on the streets. You ain't gotta listen to me. I promise you, probably don't want to listen to me. I'm probably one of the roughest ones out there. You probably don't. I might not be for you. I'm out there for them hard-headed Negroes, but I'm out there. We got some ones that can come on your level. We got a variety of teachers.
That's right.
In every spot, we got one to take care of every spirit out there. We got a teacher for it.
Yeah.
But y'all need to start listening, Christians. Y'all better come out that white man doctrine. I'm trying to tell you, that hasn't helped us in all these years, man. Y'all was sitting in churches, in Bible study, and got blew up. That Christianity opened the door for that Dylan Roof.
All right.
To come right in and shoot you. Best we is Dylan Roof better be black in the summer gun, goddamn. He finna come up in ours. He better be, boy. He better have the shoe. If it's a black dude who's supposed to be a white boy, come up in there, he gonna have friends on and the Bible and the tablet in his head before he shoot us.
That's right. Yeah.
He gonna have to have that first when we sin. He gonna have to have too much stuff in his hand to go and try to get his gun out of his pocket. Cause we gonna look at you like that. You ain't gonna just get up here and sit down and we just, are you all right? No, you better get in there and come to learn. It's a school. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go back. 17.
Romans 11. Romans. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, and verse number 17. And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou, being a wild olive tree, wert grafted in among them, and with them partakest of the root and fatness of the olive tree, boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. So like it. Let me read 18 again. Boast not against the branches, but if thou boast.
3:17 again.
Verse number 17 from the top. And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou being a wild olive tree, were grafted in among them, and with them partakers of the root and fatness of the olive tree.
He said,
Both
hold on. If some branches be broken off,
right,
and thou being a wild olive tree, were grafted in among them, and with them partakers of the root
of the
and the
root.
fatness of the olive tree. Now, I want to read some first. See, grafting is a form of propagating new fruit trees using buds or twigs, the scion wood from an existing tree and fusing it onto a branch or stem of another tree. And it has to be of the same fruit. And
Right.
there's another word I look for. Can you draft any branch to any tree? Plants of the same botanical genus and species can usually be grafted in, even though they are very different varieties, meaning they are 12 different varieties on this tree that can be grafted on this tree.
Right.
Now, even when you even do, and then hold on. And then when it's talking about that, see, a tree can't grow if the thing got, unless it's a baby branch that broke off. It can go in the ground and be rooted and get more roots by putting it in water, and hopefully you can save it. But if it broke off and it doesn't have the root, it cannot grow again. It cannot grow again. That root is what, but it can. What's grafting means is if a branch break off my tree, or let's say I cut the tree to that, you know how you cut the stump off the tree? You seen that Barracuda where you had a little branches sticking up? If the branches are falling off, I can take that branch, put a hole in the tree, and put that branch back in, and that branch will start leafing up out of that stump right there from the branches that I just grafted in.
Right.
But I can't have an olive tree and put some oranges on it and expect oranges to start off of it.
Exactly.
It won't reject it.
Right.
It has to be something of that tribe. How about that?
That's right.
And then there was another one that said, one of the questions, can you graft unrelated trees? Meaning trees are not of the bloodline. And the first thing it says, you cannot graft unrelated plants. You can't do it.
That's right.
The other nations, they're not of us. So I can go get the Puerto Ricans. We related. I can go get the Aztec, we related. I can go get the natives, we're related. I can go get the people, some of them in Africa, because we're related.
That's right.
I can go get a lot of people in different places because we are related. But other than that, the tree will reject you. Meaning the root will reject you. Meaning Christ will reject you. Let's go. Hold on. Let me see, what was we at? Jeremiah 11.
Okay. Jeremiah 11, and we want to start it up.
16.
Okay. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 11, and verse number 16. The Lord called my name a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit, with the noise of a great tumult. He hath kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken.
He said, the branches of it are broken. Now he had kindled a fire. Why? He kindled a fire because we went against God's word, so he broke some of us off.
Right.
Northern and Southern Kingdom. And I want y'all to keep that in mind too. northern and southern kingdom, because that's one of the things that we're going to go across here in a little bit. Read that again. Keep reading. Oh.
Well, okay. Well, verse 16 from the top. The Lord called my name a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit. With the noise of a great tumult, he hath kindled fire upon it, and branches of it are broken. For the Lord of hosts that planted thee has pronounced evil against thee. For
remember what Yahweh did to the fig tree?
Right.
When it wasn't bearing any fruit, he cursed it.
That's right.
Go ahead. And in that situation, that's the same thing he's going to do with the seed of Esau. He cursed that fig tree. Because remember what he was talking about when we was in the second Ezra? They didn't even bear no fruit. You know, when he was at that jealousy. That's the curse part. That's another story, but we'll get into that another time. But go ahead.
Verse 17. For the Lord of hosts that planted thee have pronounced evil against thee, for the evil of the house of Israel and of the house of Judah, which they have done against themselves, to provoke me to anger, in offensing, in offering incense unto Baal.
So he said, for the Lord of hosts that planted thee hath pronounced evil against thee, for the evil of the house of Israel and the house of Judah.
That's right.
So the northern kingdom wasn't the only branches that broke off. The southern kingdom too.
That's right.
Branches that broke off. You got to be grafted back in too. We had to be grafted back in too. That's the only way we're producing fruit now. That's the only way we loving each other now. That's the only way we go camping without killing each other now. It's because of the fact that the matter is we were grafted back in and now we bearing fruit that we didn't have. When you looked at our tree before, we was following everything out the world. To us, it looked green. But in reality, that mug was brown as all my goddamn doors. Now that you look different in the world, they can't even comprehend that this nigga got leaves. This nigga got leaves. I mean, what kind of tree is this nigga? Got leaves and stuff. And fruit, orange stuff. What is that? Righteousness over there? God dang it, that nigga got a red righteousness. What kind of tree is that? He got some banana love and kindness on this tree. Man, that nigga got all kind of stuff on him. What kind of tree is that? Because you don't look like the trees everybody else saw. You grab back in on the tree with that root, that holy root.
That's right.
Go ahead.
What you want to keep reading now?
No, we got 17.
Yeah, we had 17.
That was Judah and what's name. That's all we needed on that one right there. But boy, okay. Like I said, sometimes I get carried away. My bad, man.
I'm not, man. You all right?
Let's go to St. John chapter 15.
Come on.
And we're going to start at 1.
Come on. This is the book of St. John, chapter 15 and verse number 1. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman.
Yahweh is that true vine. He's that root. He's the foundation we come from. Go ahead.
Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every
have you ever pruned a tree, and he's the husbandman. So he's the one working the garden. He's pruning the tree. Yahweh is pruning the tree. Yahweh is that tree. He's that vine. He's that root. And we just branches off of the tree. And when he see a branch that ain't bearing what's name, you prune it.
All right.
So either you can cut it down so other branches can be put in there and start growing out and bearing fruit. Go ahead.
And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit.
He purges it. He fixes it up. He flushes it out. He opens it up. Not only that, A lot of times when you take off them branches that ain't bearing fruit, it gives the other branches more area to get sunlight and draw up the water. So now you just taking up space. So you can take it out. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Abide in me, and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except
the branch by itself sitting on it. When it done broke out, it can't bear fruit by itself. It needs a foundation. It needs Yahweh Shai, just like we need Yahweh Shai to bear the fruit that we got. Go ahead.
Abide in me, and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can ye except ye abide in me.
See, that's the only way we can get our fruit to even have fruit. So that love and kindness, we got to be keeping the laws.
That's right.
Long suffering, we got to keep the laws. Otherwise, I'll crack somebody across the head and be in prison tomorrow. These things we got to have Yahweh Shai in order for us to bear fruit. You don't got the fruit of the Spirit. They don't know nothing about the fruit of the Spirit. They have no clue. It's only what they've been taught, and they don't even understand none of that. Love and kindness. So they out loving everybody but out themselves, but our own people. They think if I go love Esau, I'm bearing fruit. No, you bearing rotten fruit.
That's right.
And you think you're doing something, and the Most High not pleased with that. Because you'll turn right around and hate on your brother. But these other nations can do no wrong. I'm going to send my money over to Israel. Why they blowing up hospitals, blowing up children, blowing up babies? Then say that I watch Al Jazeera TV and it doesn't say they were not killing no children. But yet, that's what they said. Lying. But nobody got nothing to say about that. What these people do, bomb. They killed 1,300. Y'all gonna what? How many y'all gonna kill? All of them is 2.3 million in a small condensed area. It's like shooting. Oh boy. Shoot, I know what the saying is.
What's that shoot? What's that shooting ducks in the pond?
Huh?
What'd you say? Shooting ducks in the pond?
Shoot fish in a barrel.
Oh, fish in the barrel. Yeah, one of fish in the barrel.
And that's what they doing. Boom, 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 boom. And all they did was over there, and here these people done did boom, bloom, bloom, and here go Palestine. Fire. They shooting at one pebble, and these mud blowing up. The bloom, 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 fire. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Where we at? Go ahead, keep going.
The book of St. John, chapter 15 and verse 5. I am the vine, ye are the branches.
We are the branches,
He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing.
He said, for without me, you can do nothing. See, if we hadn't been grafted in, see, y'all don't even understand the grafted in already took place with us.
Right.
If you in this truth, keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, you've been grafted back in. You've been picked off that branch. You've been stuck back in there. You are growing flowers now. You are growing fruit now because now you come back to the Most High God, and now you doing what the Most High God say. That's being grafted back in. Now you can use all the reads you want. You have been returned. You have been reconciled. You have came back. And that ain't even an R-E word. You came back to a place where you once were, though. They want to come back to a place that they ain't never been. Go ahead.
Verse 6. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered. And men gather them.
And is withered. And if you don't abide in the Most High, if you don't get grafted back in, you wither away. Because the world gonna be withered away. You going with them. That's what you chose. You chose life or you chose death. One or the other. We just decided to choose life. I can understand why death probably mad at us. This nigga's over there living. Look at that nigga face shining and stuff. His skin ain't flaking. I'm talking about in a spiritual sense now. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 6 from the top. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered. And men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned.
And men gather those and cast them into the fire. These other nations, this system of America, these people that surround these other people, cast them in the fire. They gather them. Come on with us. Come on with us. Let's go to the gay parade. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Come on, let's go march. Come on, let's go and vote. They gathering us. But then we gonna go get burnt with them. And then they over there telling, don't worry about them right now. We know we'll get grafted in sometime and later. Right now, let's go party.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit. So shall ye be my disciples.
So shall ye be my disciples. And that's a lot of stuff, man. Sometimes the Most High say, man, do everything that I told you to do. And he said, if you ask, I'll give you what you need. Don't worry about that. I'll give you. See, that's the thing about it. I'll give you what you need, not what you want. I'll give you what you need. Just ask for it. Ask them. I'll give it to you. A lot of times, if your prayers ain't getting answered, you might want to consider the fact that, what do I need to clean up? What do I need to get right? Because you got to put him at his word. You said, ain't that what David was saying? Hey. But you had said this, that, come back to me. You tell me. And I know, oh, look at my son. Yeah, you said if I do everything you say do, you gonna buy me this. Oh, I did say that, didn't I? Oh, my bad. Here you go. And that's how we got to get. Most I said that. I didn't say that. He promised that. So you got to be thinking sometime, wait a minute, hold on. My prayers ain't getting heard. Let me see what I need to be. What am I doing wrong? That's why he say, check. Look, he said, what is that? Examine yourself.
Examine yourself. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5.
Yeah. Examine yourself. What am I doing wrong? God dang it. Something I got to get right. Some of y'all need to change your name to can't get right to can right. I can't get right. I can get right. Be like that choo-choo train. I remember when I was just watching that little thing. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. You should be saying to yourself, I can get right. I can get right. I can get right. And start growing, man. Start bearing some fruit. Go ahead, Doc. Keep going.
Verse number 9. Yeah, verse number 9. As the Father hath loved me, so have I loved you. Continue ye in my love. If you keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love.
See, key thing right there. No
Yeah.
matter how y'all try to run around it, no matter what y'all try to do, where you want to run to, it's all back and it's going back to these law, statutes, commandments.
All right.
But y'all try, our people want to do the bare minimum. The other nations only want to do 2. And they don't do that. So then they got you saying 2, and you don't do that. 10. Boy, y'all done broke it all the way down, boy. I mean, from over 600 to
10 commandments.
They go to 10. Then when you didn't realize, oh man, god damn, I can't do them 10. It's 2, man. It's 2, man. This is 2. I mean, and then we can't even do them 2. That's what's crazy. That's like even remember when Abraham was talking about going to get Lot and them. And then like, if you find the man, he's like, hey, prayer bitch, you let me speak one more time. If it's 40 in the city, you'll save it. I said, yeah, if you can find 40 men, I'll save the city. Okay. That mother negotiating all the way down. It's just 10. You went from 50 to 10. And the Most High told that song on there because it wasn't even 10 Negroes up in that mug doing nothing right.
That's right.
That's crazy. I'm trying to tell you, man. I want to stop right there, man. See, I told you my classes take weeks, man.
It take you 2 weeks to do one class.
This is gonna be the 3rd week. I'm going on the 3rd one. And we stopped at
and we stopped at Romans chapter 11 and like 17, I believe.
Yeah.
Romans 11 and 17.
And I'm glad I stopped there. I want y'all to get there because we still ain't got to the good part yet.
Right.
You know what I'm gonna do this class? I'm gonna finish up next week. We might get into 2 classes. What I'm gonna do is some Q&As at the end of that and probably go into some of what's going on in this world, the prophecies of this world that's going on. I really want to hit some of these things that's going on and showing y'all some of these videos that's going on across the world right now. Because y'all don't understand, this thing done started. Y'all, man, if you ain't ready, you sleeping. You sleeping. Man, you better get your calendar, be ready, man, because he say he coming like a thief in the night. So if you ain't watching, hey, don't be surprised you wake up and where they go? Where they go? Don't be surprised. Y'all gotta be on your P's and Q's and be watching at all times.
That's right.
But what I want to do is go. I want to do that yet. Go to Deuteronomy 7 and 8.
Okay.
But whenever y'all get a chance, look up grafting. It's gonna go down those things, and you got to understand what grafting is. And that's what that's the thing about. And it's gonna even show you. I'm gonna show you. Boy, I can't wait to get into some more of this stuff. But you gotta, when you're going into grafting, look up grafting in tree branches, grafting tree branches, and then you can understand what it means when he's talking about grafting. See, people say grafting, but they have no clue what it means. They have no clue what it is. And let's just go. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna close this out. Deuteronomy 7 and verse 8.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 8. But because the Lord loves you, and because he would keep the oath. Let me read that again. But because the Lord loves you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen.
Mm-hmm.
from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
Uh-huh.
He repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. Let me read 10 from the top. And repayeth them that hate him to his face, to
Mm-hmm.
destroy them. He would not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. Thou
Go
shalt
ahead.
therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them.
That is a statue from the Most High God right there. I wanted to bring that out just to end this class. I appreciate you, Berakaya. I appreciate y'all brothers and sisters for coming on the channel, man, going through the classes, trying to learn something. All praise. Make sure you mark up them Bibles. Make sure you push the like button and share this thing with everybody, especially to them Christians. I want everybody you got as a Christian, go ahead and send it to them. Please send it to them. Because I want them to call and I want them to question this nigga lie. And they, you know, we just go through the scriptures with them. We ain't even got to the good part yet. That's why I love it, because it gives you so many other scriptures. This how you examine Romans 11. You got to get these precepts and keep going and keep going. Like Berakaya could have pulled some more that we could have been.
Yeah. It was so many precepts I wanted to pull, but
exactly. But look, when you have that time, you can do that by yourself. And that's how you want to look. It want to take you, you're like, I'm trying to do this in, what is that, about 6 hours. I got this hour, 2 hours again, and another, that's 6 hours. But I can literally do this for days. I can literally do this 24 hours, man.
Right.
Just on Romans 11. That's how I know the Christians don't even want to deal with it, because they don't even want to go through what we go through when it comes to these scriptures. That's why they look like how they know it. Well, you know, you more school. No, I'm not. I just read it more than you did. That's all. That's all. I just got an understanding. You haven't. But on that praises, man, I'm glad. Hey, I got your brother Jose Andrews. Like, where you been, man?
Ezra want to come in at the last minute now. Man. Oh man, that's crazy.
And say, man, I wanted y'all to, hey, man, we had a good class, man. But hey, we're gonna get back on the next week. We're gonna knock this thing out, and we're gonna talk about what's really going on in this world. Hopefully, bring some prophecy. And on that note, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom, shalom, Israel.